Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dead Ascend Session 3.
Are we
Unfortunately,
missing someone?
we are down Requiem tonight, yes. She let me know late last night that she had something going on in real life and she would not be able to make it today.
Fair enough.
So, it's just going to be the four of us. In our last session, our group of adventurers continued their exploration of Old Ergagh's farm, one of the many farms in the region surrounding Graydirge, but had suspiciously stopped sending in their scheduled shipments recently. Sensing something was wrong, the Bloodlord Berlin Haldoli reached out to the four of you, asked you to come in, take a look at the farm, figure out what was going on, report back. She had sent a few people prior to check it out and had found that just about all of the zombie workers had been let loose. For what reasons, though, she wasn't sure, and that's why she wanted some people that were slightly more skilled to go check it out. You guys managed to fight off and destroy a number of the zombie shamblers, hounds, and horses that were strewn about the farm still, as well as trap and destroy the boss cow Moskuta, who was definitely the biggest threat on location. Found a packet of strange gray paste in what seemed to be an intruder, as well as this sort of pinkish residue spread about some of the spilled grain. A number of dead farmhands, grappling hooks seemingly used to climb over the wall, and intruders in red cloaks caked in dirt and grime and gore. You did find Berlin's cousin, Bradek, a family member that sort of ran the farm, gored to death by Moskuta against the northern wall, clutching a scrap of red cloth, also caked in dirt, in his hand. You guys have done a few repairs on the outer wall, taken stock of the various buildings and tools that need to be repaired as well, before making your way into the large stone that makes up the southwestern portion of the farm, finding what appears to be a glowing purple crystal in a sconce on the southern wall, as well as a few zombies that were mindlessly trying to push their way past what looks to be a strange barricade of boxes. That is where we pick back up. It's a little after 1 in the afternoon. You guys have just finished taking care of these zombies, and everything has quieted down once more. What would you all like to do?
Can we examine the purple crystal?
Sure. Heading over to it and taking a look at it. It appears loose in the sconce, like you could just pick it up and carry it around, but it is glowing with an unwavering sort of violet light. It definitely appears magical.
You have to touch something to identify it?
Typically, yes, I would say, because it is a full-on examination of it. So you'd be picking it up, taking a look at the runes that might be carved in the surface of it, be testing it with a few small tools. You can attempt to identify it without touching it. I would typically increase the DC, though.
I'll pick it up. See if it tries to kill me.
It does not kill you. In
Nice.
fact, you're already dead.
Yes. Cool, I mean the death effects.
I'm glad I didn't pick it up.
Reading aura on it can confirm it is magic.
Now I can identify with religion at a +2.
Yes, you may. Give me a knowledge roll. It's easy enough to identify. You're skilled enough, and this is a relatively common form of enchantment. You've seen them in Graydirge, even, just not necessarily this color. This is an Everlight crystal. One of the most common applications of permanent magic enchantments. It will just constantly glow, no oxygen, and will generate no heat. You can cover it, but the light cannot be extinguished without destroying the crystal.
Interesting. What do you think over there in those boxes?
Does there appear to be anything past them, or are they just piled into a corner?
Give me a perception check or crafting check. I'll let you choose. Make sure everyone's got their heroes for today as well.
What was this?
As far as you can tell, it doesn't appear like there's anything on the other side. These are wedged really tightly into one another and into the alcove.
I'm gonna pry some of them open, see if there's anything in them.
Okay. Prying the few closest to you open, they seem to have pretty basic materials in them. Straw, cloth, leather. Nothing really important in them, it doesn't seem.
Or I don't see anything past them, no. See
Does it
what's
seem like
around this?
the zombies are trying to get through the boxes, or that's just where they were standing?
It looked like it. They were scrabbling at it. Not effectively, but they were.
Is there anything in the box?
Was just straw.
Hmm.
Really want to, you could spend a few minutes moving them.
Maybe later.
Or I could spend a minute breaking them stuff.
I only have to fix things when we're done.
Trying to force your way past them would be pretty challenging to do, especially at your level. Of course, just destroying them would be easier, or manual labor, the truest horror of all.
I know. If we were gonna break them, I should have done it when I had my claws on still. Been too long. We walked away.
Fortunately, the claws only last a minute or so.
Yeah.
Stepping forward to look into this next space, it's pretty open. You can see a massive block of stone stretching much the length of the center of this room. Could be like an altar or a table, heaped with baskets and jars. See, from the glass ones at least, all manner of berries and vegetables filling them, though moldy and rotten at this point in time. At the southern end of the slab, you can just see what look to be simple gardener's implements, pretty tidily arranged. And you see a few words etched into the western wall, right about here, pretty crudely, in what looks to be Necril. Old Ergagh sups here, enjoying meals with friends and foes alike.
I can discern the meaning to this text.
Give
Is that
me
like a common
occultism check
saying?
or society, your choice.
Occultism or society? It's the same roll. I'll go society.
Unfortunately, no, you're not quite able to ascertain. You've not heard that phrase before used. So you're not really sure what it could have.
Philip, this looks like a place for the quick to dine. You ever heard these words before?
Can I do a recall knowledge on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Philip would like to recall knowledge that he was not here to hear.
I'm
So,
sorry.
The words again, Philip, are Old Ergagh sups here, enjoying meals with friends and foes alike. Based off of how it's written, with some of the punctuation in slightly weird spots, you get the sense, Philip, it could actually be a typo written on the wall. It should not read enjoying meals with friends and foes alike. It should read enjoying meals on friends and foes alike. That would be the context in which you've seen it similarly said and written before.
I will repeat that to the group. It's misspelled.
Interesting.
Not with friends and family. Friends and enemies. It's on friends and enemies. He eats people.
Understandable.
An astute way of putting it.
Oh, so do we all since yesterday.
I just sit there and sigh.
Is it scroll? Is it like etched? Does it look like a permanent thing? Someone crawled in blood, like as they're being raided.
It appears carved messily into the stone.
Interesting. So my spellcasting page is empty because I was on my companion. I don't have tech magic prepared because the other guy has it.
What a shame.
Requiem, care to do a scan?
Drag, you could also do a casting of detect magic if you like.
Oh, excellent.
Do I have the thing?
You do have it. I haven't
Excellent.
updated the description of your item, but you do have detect magic on it. It'll be once per minute, we'll say.
Yeah, I'll have to add it to my cantrip list or something.
I'll just cast it from Requiem's sheet, because she can consistently cast it as she moves around. So check over the place. And she would come back and let you all know that no magic is detected in this area.
Does that clear us of every building then?
Everywhere has been checked in the farms.
We checked this building?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys found it to be a pretty well-stocked tool shed.
Okay.
So we're fixing up the farm. Do we check the inside of the grain silo that's open?
You did not, because it was still pretty full of grain aside from what had spilled out. You could go check it thoroughly. You guys just kind of looked at it and moved past.
Because the zombies seemed really mad if we went near it before.
Would I know if
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Philip.
I'm just wondering if I would know. The zombies don't like people. Did the zombies not like people who aren't working the farms to go near the grain?
They are not intelligent enough to know that.
Cool.
Most of you would be aware. By the time when you guys got close to the grain that it caught the attention of the zombies, it was likely more that was just when you first caught their attention. And they'd go after just about anyone.
I should just have close super. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Hard to see a lot when your eyes rot out of your head.
Yeah.
Correlation, not causation.
Seems to be.
Philip, do you want to help me move these boxes real quick?
Yeah, I'll help.
Spend a couple minutes moving the boxes out of the way.
Why not?
As you begin moving them out of the way, you notice that it seems like a passage that continues on past them. You're
I'll step up
sharply
to the
around the left.
Corner. What's the lean button again, Jericho?
Hold Q. And move your mouse. I'm cursed. That sound.
Okay.
Looking
Hello.
around the corner a bit, appears to be a pretty empty room, but you can see a large well right in the center of it. A couple buckets, some long chain around the corner.
I load around, and I will step in.
Okay.
I am so glad I said what I said.
So there was a passage.
I'll keep moving forward.
Sure. You briefly catch a glimpse of an individual who quickly steps out of sight. So
Oh,
you
I
guys
did see
move
it, okay.
forward.
If I've seen that, could I have rolled? Can I roll stealth the moment I see that?
Sure.
I didn't know if I was supposed to see that or not.
No, you saw it. You saw him, and he moved. So he's very likely seen you all. and the
Never
sound of
mind then.
moving boxes wasn't quiet.
Anyone alive
mind.
back here?
Hello?
That depends on your description of alive. If I say no,
If I come around the corner, are you gonna kill me?
I'd really rather not. Are you going to kill me?
Same answer.
Come on in.
And
Well, if it depends, don't come on in, please. Stay the fuck away from me, then.
Around the corner.
As you step around the corner, you see just a simple zombified individual. Looks pretty old. Skin that's like ripped and rotting away in parts with like patches of leather stitched on to replace it. A wig of what looks like probably horsehair. Wooden teeth. Dressed in a farmhand's clothing.
good. You work here?
That's right, yeah. Name's Suffect. Trainee, charge hand.
Do you see what all happened?
I had an idea. Who are you, though?
Emery series of insert the lady's
We were sent
name.
by the Blood Lord
Yes.
to investigate what had happened to this farm.
Mistress Haldoli sent you.
Yes, she did.
He, like, wipes off faux sweat from his forehead and kind of slumps down onto the ground. Oh, you had me scared out of my mind. The sound of boxes moving, and I thought the zombies finally figured out how to move them. How is it out there? Has everything died down?
Yes.
If this is undead,
We had to prioritize the safety of ourselves and the farm
I'm not holding it
over a
against you.
more
Don't worry about that.
replenishable supply.
I'm just glad I'll be able to leave this room, I suppose, and deal with the cow.
Yes.
No, you won't. Deal with the cow, that is.
No, did you deal with the cow?
Oh, yes.
His eyebrows actually raise at that. That's pretty impressive, right? What happened here? Yes. Some folks came in over the wall a couple days back and seemed to be trying to put something in the grain silos. Not the most sneaky folk, though. The charge hands caught them, and a fight broke out. It doesn't seem like they were looking for a fight, but they tried to flee. One of them turned around to attack the charge hands when they pursued. Charge hands, not good fighters, but farmers, and so they started to fall. Zombies got loose, started to join the fray. That's when I ran and barricaded myself in here. Didn't see the end of the fight, but just kind of assuming it didn't end well for anyone.
Why did your zombies turn on you?
Well, once the charge hands that control them died, there's not really
Ah,
anyone
you're
controlling them anymore.
not a handler then, are you?
In training. Haven't completed it yet, though. I tried to soothe the ones that were trying to get in here, but, well, as you probably saw, I wasn't very successful at it.
It's a bit more tricky once they're riled up.
A bit more, that's for sure, yeah. Most of the times I've done it up till now, I had assistance from some of the more experienced members. They helped cover up for my deficiencies, and, well, not having someone to help out when it really counts, kind of throws a whole wrench in the plan, doesn't it?
Yep. You can say that again.
We've been tasked to figure out what happened and clean up the place. Wanna help us with repairs and head back to delivery report with us?
I can handle the reports a bit, yeah. Are all the zombies dead, even the ones in the surrounding farms?
We didn't investigate the surrounding farms.
Just within the walls.
Then, assuming you're here to help, we'll need to probably get those ones back in, corral them, and I should probably stay and keep an eye on them so there's at least someone here. Soon Berlin will send someone out to help out, so you guys send in a report.
I can start working on repairs, getting the stables for the zombies back up into a workable condition for when you gather them.
Be appreciated.
That sounds like a plan.
Right. In case you guys need it, any of you, he'll kind of walk over to this corner and detach one of the lengths of chain from one of the buckets and hand it out towards you guys. Never know when you're gonna need a good chain. And I don't really have anything else to offer as thanks for getting me out of that, so appreciate it if you'd take this.
I'll grab a length of chain.
Sense motive?
Sure.
Naldo hides.
He seems to be extremely honest. You don't get any sense of him hiding anything in his words. He seems truly thankful. Quite honestly, if you hadn't met Philip, he might be the most exhausted creature you've met in a long time.
I am so fucking tired.
When Philip takes the chain from him, there's like that kind of spark of recognition between the two of you as two peas in a pod of way overworked, not being paid enough to put up with this shit.
I hold on to the chain for a hot second as we have that moment, and I look at him.
It's like a small tear in his eyes as he recognizes a cringered spirit.
As a tear rolls down my cheek, I nod.
He nods back.
Made a lifelong friend.
He looks at you and just kind of like leans in and whispers in your ear. You've got no idea how much I thought about jumping in that well these last 2 days. If you ever need to jump in with someone, you know where to find me.
I'll lean in as well. Yeah. I pass a garbage heap on my way home from the office most days. Some days it looks very soft and inviting. You'll always have a friend to jump if you need it.
Just looks at you and nods.
He understands.
He understands. Mutual understanding between overworked employees. In my
This is the
undead
closest
campaign,
This is the closest Philip has been to tears since he was a teenager. Tears of joy, I should say.
I was gonna say, was the last time you cried tears of joy when you got a job?
Yes.
And it all went downhill from there.
Oh yes, maybe.
Alright.
Does he only have the one length of chain, or is he offering us one each?
Just one. It's a good 40 feet of chain, though.
Oh, okay.
I could probably make some use out of it,
Yeah.
bearing the place.
It's in your inventory now, Philip. It is one full bulk, just as an FYI, but it's not like you have a
Jesus.
lot of bulk in the
Yeah,
first place.
I'm going pretty light.
Yeah, it's just 40 feet of chain. Never know when you'll need good chain.
What is the radius of an Everlight crystal?
It acts as a torch, typically.
Is it 2040?
2020, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
20
20.
feet bright, 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim.
Perfect.
So,
I'm gonna secure that inside of my rib cage, so it's doing like spooky, like.
so you're just
Skeleton
glowing
lights.
purple at all times?
Yes,
Would you like an effect for that by next session?
I am making one right now.
Okay. That's fair. You should be able to pull up a... Yeah, I was going to say... you should be able to just pull up a toggle.
Goddamn.
Any chance we can push that behind the token art?
How'd you set that up, Jay?
Right click the token.
Oh, you did it in those settings. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do
Did
that.
my light settings.
Don't do that. Turn that off.
What the?
Disgusting.
What the?
My light.
It won't be purple for now, but if you go into the compendium browser and search toggle, you can grab the toggle light macro or toggle torch macro and put them on yourselves.
Ooh.
And if you do toggle light, I will make an edited version for you by next session that has the right color.
That's very handy.
Yeah. So, and then you glow.
It didn't. Oh, I do. Oh, there we go.
Did you drag the effect on yourself or did you toggle it?
I toggled it.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Not casting any light on my screen.
It's
I
not.
didn't
On,
Not
really
on
see.
ours either.
I was gonna go to like a bigger place.
If you would like...
Oh, it lightens, so it gets brighter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see it. It's just you're in a very light spot right now. If I go ahead and I can transition the map to darkness so you can see it a bit better if you want.
I didn't realize Foundry had such a nice scripting language.
Welcome
Let's
to
get really good.
nighttime.
Whoa, that's cool. It
Yeah.
auto hides people.
Yeah.
Yeah, based off of your vision. If you only have like low light vision or dark vision, it'll also gray everything out for you.
Oh,
Ah,
here's the.
sucks to be you. I have dark vision.
You go
this
to a
has done
0
nothing.
HP effect. It does cool things.
Hmm?
Like if you knock yourself out, it does really cool things.
Oh, yeah. Drag seeing as if he's knocked out right now because Drag only has low light vision, I believe.
Oh,
hmm
sad.
Philip can see everything.
Philip has full dark vision, but for some reason can see in color.
Hell yeah, I can.
I only see blood in color.
Everything's kind of red.
That is weird, but you shouldn't be seeing... Everything should be a gray to you.
Does he have an eye
everything
slash
outside
tattoo?
of my field of
Doesn't.
vision. Everything outside of my field of vision is gray, but I think that's because it's outside of my
Right.
field of vision.
But
Like,
everything
I'm sorry,
should
no,
have a
everything-
full, like, black and white filter over it.
I'm sorry. Yes, I
Right
can
now.
see in full color.
Yeah.
I can see in full color. You're right.
That's
I'm
what's
wrong.
weird. I do not know why it's letting you do that. That is
I'm built
wild.
different. This
That-
also looks more saturated than it does during
look
daytime.
more saturated than normal. Wild.
I have a
But
feeling that a value needs to be needs to be
I don't know how
inversed.
to do that edit.
Wait, no.
Because now we'll bring it back to daylight.
If
and
you go back,
everything's-
no, he wasn't full color. It was like it
No,
was red.
fetchlings have full dark vision. They have colored dark vision.
His dark vision was like red tinted. Because
It's
if
just a
I
fetchling thing.
if I got off my character, I could see it.
But if I'm selected on Philip, I can see everything. I can see everything in full color, even in the dark.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, I'm saying yours was still red tinted because I was zoomed out on the map when it went back to daylight and all the colors shifted back.
Anyway.
Wild. Learn something new every day.
Time for repairs.
Yeah, if you guys want to spend the
How
better
do
part of
you-
the afternoon, you absolutely may.
How do you see that I have full color dark vision?
I looked up the fetchling ancestry and it says that you have full color dark vision.
Oh, on my screen it just says I have dark vision if I look up the fetchling ancestry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the other ones specify dark vision, but black and white.
Oh, gotcha.
Fun.
Nice.
Learn
I'm
something
even
new.
cooler.
Uh-huh.
Shadowplane magic.
What happens
Very
when you
handy.
normally only see things in black and white where you're from? You
Yeah.
come back and you're like, damned if I'm going to miss out on this color.
You think we have pink in the shadow plane? Fuck no. I'm getting that shit.
All right. Yeah, if you guys want to spend the better part of the rest of the day sort of doing some repairs around the farm, absolutely. What do you guys want to do so I know what rolls to ask you to speak?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repair this
Okay.
place because I'm gonna make sure that where the zombies are
But
gonna stay.
beforehand, does someone have prestidigitation?
Yes.
You should use that on that cloth.
Would you like to be cleaned?
I would like you to clean that scrap of cloth that I gave you last session.
Okay.
The one that Brodek had clutched in his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sort of cleaning it off, the blood and gore and dirt kind of makes its way off. It looks like a red piece of cloth with a symbol stitched on it. What looks to be a hand with the pinky ripped off.
That cloak, that color material, does it look to be the same color as the guys who snuck in over the wall?
As far as you can tell, between what's shredded apart and, again, caked in heavy amounts of gore, it looks similar, yeah.
When it
I'll go
is-
grab a piece of cloth from one of their cloaks if I can find it, and get it prestidigitationed
Mm-hmm.
and see
Just
if
side
it
by
matches
side.
up. Yeah.
Smart.
Color matches up, and kind of on the lower back of the cape is another one of those symbols.
Did we recognize
Well,
the symbol?
Give me a recall knowledge check.
Somebody has good taste.
Can I join this?
Yeah, anyone who wants to may.
How about the farmhand?
Fingers are delicious.
He does not recognize it.
We really got to get you on more food. Fingers is not all there is in the world.
You know you can eat all the way up to the wrist and beyond.
What?
Philip does not say that.
Look, I don't just eat fingers, they're just delicious. I was been eyeing that snake over there when I got peckish.
It looks at you.
Okay.
I look at it hungry.
Ignoring that, Dreg, have you tried bread?
Points at all of herself. Might be a bit difficult.
Might be a bit difficult.
You gotta watch her weight, you see.
Yes.
Bragg does not carry meal bags around like Azrael does.
Do I
Drag,
actually?
Did you want to make recall knowledge as well? I don't know, Azrael. Do you?
No.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Mainly because some people couldn't roll well.
Hold up.
I'm not calling anyone out, but
Hmm.
okay.
Can't believe Requiem rolled poorly.
Could you do a full recall knowledge roll for me, not just?
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
I forgot where that one's at.
In your basic action macros.
Yep. 1 second. Let me find it. Did that work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just won't show up in chat for you, did it? Unfortunately, that's not a symbol any of you recognize.
Anyway. Now that we have that out of the way, I believe we have a farm to fix.
Yeah. Philip, you said you wanted to sort of work on repairing the doors to the 2 barns.
Yeah, make sure that when they drag the zombies that escaped into the fields back out here,
Absolutely.
they have a place to go where they cannot harm.
Yeah, go ahead
Where
and
they
give
can't
me
harm us.
a crafting roll.
What if I don't want to?
And then the doors won't get fixed.
Blind?
No, this can be public. This is technically falling under the repair action.
Gotcha.
Yeah, with the first door, it's easy enough to fix it. Just kind of repair each of the hinges and make sure the lock is still in working order, get the door back up, standing. First of them isn't fixed after a few minutes. If you'd like to fix the other barn, you can make another roll. The Dragon Azrael, what, if anything, would the 2 of you like to do?
I'll assist where I can.
Likewise.
Sorry?
I said I assist where I can.
Okay,
I'll have Zuko like help haul materials and stuff.
gotcha. Philip, unfortunately, the second door is taking a bit longer to repair than the first one. Doesn't break any of your tools or anything like that, but
Can I assist him?
sure. Yeah, if you wanted to make a crafting check as well, you absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely with the 2 of you working together. It's a lot easier to repair hinges when you have one person holding the door up, believe it or not.
Look, silly, you just put the hinge on backwards. You gotta turn it around.
But
I look at the hinge. I look down at my tools.
Prize.
I just go, okay. Flip the hinge, put it in right this time.
All right. Yeah, general stuff that can be done, and it's up to you guys how much you would like to repair. You don't necessarily have to do a lot, but I mean, the more you do, the better you look. So it's kind of up to you. But there are, like, as you guys approached, you definitely saw the few fields that kind of surrounded the farm itself, each with like a low stone fence and a few dozen zombie shamblers kind of standing idly amidst all the crops. If you wanted to sort of bring them back in now that you've got fixed barns, you absolutely could. You could then always take a look at the like fields themselves, see what crops could potentially be like need the most urgent attention. You can just do general repairs around the farm. There is a bunch of like ruined tack up here that could be fixed if you wanted to. And then just like general repairs around the farm of like bent wheels on the wheelbarrows, snapped shovels, cracked buckets, torn seed bags, just like general stuff that you guys could do if you wanted to.
I'll leave it up to the group to decide when we leave, but for as long as we stay, I'll just try my best. I want to get the farm back up to a place where it can run for like a day or two before like more people arrive and help arrives.
Mm-hmm.
Put a band-aid over it, make sure that nothing bad is going to, nothing's going to get out of control.
Right. Then you'd probably definitely want to fix up the tack. first and foremost, so that once you corral some zombies, you can actually take care of them.
Alright.
Or the people
I'll make
that
that my
show
next
up
priority.
can do that.
Another repair.
Yeah, we'll go with another repair roll. If you had farming lore, you could do that as well.
I have engineering and shadow plane.
You know what? I'd allow engineering lore if you wanted to try that.
It's the same modifier, so.
Oh, up to you then. Typically, a lore skill will have a lower DC because they are more niche
Okay,
than the regular
I'll do a
skills.
lore. I'll do an engineering lore check
Yeah.
then. You want me to re-roll that?
Well, here's the great thing. There's no penalty for failing, realistically, unless you crit fail and break things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the more rolls you have to make, the more time is consumed. So,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, an 11 is a failure for this, whether
Okay.
you were crafting or doing engineering lore.
I'll try one more time before. I'll try one more time. Oh my god.
Unfortunate. The tack is pretty heavily trampled on. You've dealt with more like frayed leather and small repairs where needed. This is a series of tack that has been fully trampled on and ripped apart by Moscuta's charge through here, and definitely is a bit more damage than you're used to fixing. First place. Definitely possible, just more time consuming than you're used to. Your normal sort of quick fixes won't really cut it here.
I'll look back at the group. This will take me a little bit longer. We can get on the road if we need to, but I'd like to get this fixed before we head out.
I think we're supposed to fix up here before we leave, so take as much time as you need.
Alright.
Can I see if any of these undead we took out can be like fixed at all?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a recall knowledge check.
I will make my engineering check as well.
Yes,
Roll
please.
zombie lore.
Finally.
Huzzah! Okay, very nice.
I should like to make that with my medicine because I have stitch flesh.
Sure. So I will freely say, last session I was a bit wrong. It's always a little weird because if we're going directly off of game terms, a undead that reaches 0 hit points is fully destroyed. They don't really give us descriptions on what that means. But at the same time, I like to imagine that zombies, once they fall over, the whole point of a corpse stitcher job here in Geb is putting them back together when they decay and reanimating them. So I think I was slightly right in saying that when an undead reaches 0 hit points, they are going to experience some immediate decay as the residual void energy that holds them together and animates them kind of leaves the corpse all at once. So you could sort of continuously revive corpses multiple times as long as you have the parts. Taking a look around here, Mosguta, a few of the zombie shamblers, and probably 1 or 2 of the hounds would all be potentially fixable.
Oh wow.
And reanimatable. I'd say the horse, like 2 of the hounds, and maybe about a third of the shamblers that you guys destroyed are probably... It's not like they're too far gone, but it'd be more economical to just replace them fully at that point than take the parts from others.
I don't have the skill to reanimate them yet, but I can definitely like fix them up, get them like in position to like where someone who can doesn't have to like do all the prep work.
Absolutely, yeah. You could spend some time sort of stitching what parts together you can. Mosguta, thankfully, isn't like fully destroyed, and you could like take one of the legs from the horse to replace the leg that Philip was shooting at pretty consistently and obliterated. So it's not terribly difficult. Now, unfortunately, Mosguta is without both of her horns at this point, unless you wanted to make it so they're reattachable.
He doesn't need them.
Did you say doesn't need them?
Yep.
There. Alright then.
Jacob's gonna go mount it on the wall.
Correct.
You know what? Fair enough. But I'd say with that medicine roll, if you wanted to keep that, you could definitely spend a good chunk of the afternoon sort of stitching what corpse parts together you can to make usable zombies. That'll just need some tenders to come reanimate them. Drag, what about you?
I've just been assisting both of them, so I can roll to help Jacob too.
Sure. If you'd like
Okay.
to roll a medicine check to aid, you absolutely may.
Is there anything else that would be applicable?
Not really, since medicine is a skill he primarily wanted to use to do this. That would be the skill you mostly aid. So you've got a good idea for another skill that would work.
I was undead lord was basically it. I'm not trained in medicine, so
I'll allow undead lore. I'm probably going to increase the DC slightly because this is a more sort of medical procedure that you, what's his name, Azrael, is very specifically trained for. But spending a chunk of time sort of gathering the corpses together and at least with Azrael's instruction on like where to cut and what specific body parts he needs, you're definitely able to help him out and help him finish a little bit earlier. I'd say by the time you guys finish getting the sort of corpses back together as much as you can, and Philip sort of has finished with his full repairs of the doors, the wall, the tack, some small other things here and there, you guys are pushing close to 6 p.m. in the afternoon. If you wanted to continue doing things, you absolutely may. You also have done a pretty good job at this point.
so that's some good work.
We fulfilled our goals pretty well. Time to report. Do we want to head back tonight or in the morning? I don't know if Philip needs to sleep.
What time is it now?
About 5:45-ish.
It's a half a day's journey from here, back to the city.
No. No, it's 16 miles. It's, depending on the pace you're going, maybe a few hours, but like, I'd say probably 3 hours max if you're walking at a decent pace.
We can head back.
All right.
Head back, report to the Bloodlord in the morning.
Yep.
Sure.
Were we supposed to wrangle any zombies in like the surrounding areas too?
It'd be helpful if you did, but again,
we haven't done that
you don't
yet.
have to.
Yeah, we don't really have any tenders with us.
No, but you can do things like get them to follow you and just run faster than them. I would also...
Stares at the
Sorry, go ahead.
Stares at the vampire.
Yeah.
Basically, your main skills, if you want to try and corral the zombies back into the barns, would be like religion or perception to try and actually control or anticipate their behavior, or just outrun or outmaneuver them with athletics or acrobatics.
That was one of our tasks. I'm down for doing that before we head back.
If you would like Requiem to, her best bet is a +5 in religion.
That would be helpful.
I have a +7 in religion.
She could also have been doing that while you guys were
that's true.
fixing everything else if you wanted to save on time.
I think that's probably what she was doing.
Sure. Roll for her.
Requiem, no.
She does not succeed the first attempt, but she doesn't really get attacked or anything, so I'll give her like 2-3 attempts total to see how successful she can be. And the second success, or the second roll, is a success just barely for her. So while Philip is fixing up the actual gear, Drag and Azrael are sort of rebuilding what zombies they can. So the farm has a workforce. Requiem spends the better part of the afternoon sort of a few at a time going out, grabbing the attention of a few zombies and luring them back towards the enclosures and getting them inside quietly. You notice that the zombies out in the surrounding fields aren't as aggressive as the ones in the farm proper were being. They were a lot more idle, but still, once their attention was gotten, they came after whatever person was closest to them. Sifect ends up waving you all goodbye as you make your way out of the farm and on the road back towards Graydirge. Confident in a job pretty well done.
Right. Hopefully the town's not on fire when we get back.
That would be most unfortunate.
When you get back, there's red in the sky.
Home sweet home.
As there always is. Alright. Did I hear correctly? You guys just want to rest for the eve and make your report in the morning?
I'm sure we could like send a missive to the Bloodlord that we're back.
Yeah.
And then yes. You don't just like show up unannounced and like
Fair enough. Yeah, if you want to have someone just go mention like to one of the people at the gate that you're back and you'll come report in the morning, you absolutely can.
yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure. Easy enough to do so. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before resting tonight?
As I walk past the trash pile, I strangely don't have the desire to bury myself under it for once. That is all.
There any like little crafting halls in town?
For what in particular? Like just general crafting? Or...
Yeah, just like a little thing.
There are a few like street artists over in the Court of Ghouls. As that is the
Actually,
more like merchant district of the city.
I think a better question.
Mhm.
Can I get like a hooded lantern with no candle in it? Just like an empty hooded lantern.
That you could like put the gem in?
Yes.
Yeah, easy enough to grab one of those.
Or just a cloth you can drape around your chest.
I thought about that, but it's less fun.
Are you gonna hang the hooded lantern in your chest cavity?
Yes.
That's sick as hell.
It will cost you, I'll say 6 silver for the lantern. If you would
He
like
drives
it.
a hard bargain.
It's already cheaper than this. Because it's not like you're getting oil or anything for it. You're just getting, like...
Just an empty cage.
Yeah. But it was still forged. It still has the cloth applied to it.
Yep.
Which isn't cloth. It's a little bit of, like, flesh.
Love
of course
that.
It is here in Geb. The cage itself
Good
is
ol'
made out of bone.
Gebite cloth.
Yeah. But I'll go ahead and drop that lantern story for you. If you want to spend that money.
I would.
Alright. Yes, easy enough to pick up a little hooded lantern cage for your Everlight crystal. So you can exude a purple glow wherever you would like.
And now I can turn it off when I want to.
There you go.
That was the more important part. That's all I got.
Sure thing. Anyone else have anything in particular?
Where would you like to meet and what time?
We can meet in the courtyard in front of the Bloodlord's Manor. Shall we say 9 a.m., 9:30?
Sure.
Philip internally goes, "Oh my god, that's almost 12 hours of sleep." Oh my god!
Y'all are letting him sleep in real late.
Oh my god! 4 hours of sleep. 4 extra hours.
Oh, shall we part ways then?
Take care.
Everyone goes back to their own little hovels.
Yeah. Rests for the eve. The last time you'll be sleeping apart from one another.
Blissful privacy of the hobo corner that I live in.
In some random, like, alley of the
Just-
meat market.
just- In the back of the bone scrape, just hiding in some corner.
Around the corner of the old abandoned bank.
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, old abandoned bank, that just sounds like there's this nice vault to go sleep in.
Not too bad.
The bank still has guards. Just no one works there
Interesting.
anymore.
That's not
Very-
abandoned.
And a locked door. I mean, if you live in Bone Scrape, you would definitely be aware of the literal parade of crawling hands that just marches back and forth in front of the door to keep people away.
Man, come on, this is the nighttime entertainment.
Just watching them.
Yeah.
Moving
So, was that-
monotonously.
Yeah, is someone gonna fall over? It's a game.
And it always isn't as fun as you think it will be because they move with pretty much clockwork precision. They are in lockstep with one another and don't ever deviate. So,
It's like one of these days, one of them will trip.
one of these days,
Someone will win a bet.
right? Just go break the ground a little bit. Hope they don't attack you when you do so. The bank is actually this large building right here, if you care at all.
That's fine.
And this right here is the governor's mansion. Philip, you gotta go here for water, unfortunately. It's the
Yep.
only water source in the city, and just like
Wow.
everything else for the Quake, it is rationed heavily. So,
And I assume this part up here is the shitty part of the city?
pretty much, yeah, that's the meat market. You don't want to be
That's
in the
where I
meat
live.
market.
That's
It's
where I
the,
live.
It's the poor neighborhood.
That's where I live.
Fantastic. Do you live above ground or down in the catacombs?
What's cheaper?
Well, I mean, in the catacombs is more of a maze. So, you know, there's like abandoned flesh rendering sites down there, dangerous creatures and gangs within them.
Definitely
Most
the
people
catacombs.
live above ground there.
Definitely the catacombs.
Okay, you just hide in a corner in the catacombs and hope for the best.
I have the smallest one room apartment.
Not even one room. That's a full-on, like, half a studio.
Yeah.
You've got a hot plate and a bed, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Fight with the
Technically.
rats for your food every day.
Sometimes they are the food.
Calvax was not kind.
Why do I feel like Requiem's the only person who's not living the hobo life?
Requiem is staying at, probably... No, she'd stay at one of the nicer inns tonight. Lillian was only hosting her for a day. I had a thought, and then I didn't. So yeah, anyway. Moving on to the next morning. You guys said you're meeting up at 9:30?
Sure.
Hot dog, y'all get to sleep in.
Philip wakes up with a giant smile on his face.
Like 4 rats nearby eating your last supply.
I look at them.
They look at you.
I pet Joffrey.
They go back to eating.
I let them eat. I'm in a good mood today. It's always the same 4 rats.
It is.
Joffrey, Frederick, Larry, and Greg. Joffrey's my favorite.
Joffrey's the one that stops eating your food when you wake up.
Greg's the
Rest
one
don't
missing
care.
Just for a
half the
second.
tail.
Just for a second.
Oh, yeah.
And goes back to eating the food. That's why he's
Greg's-
my favorite.
Greg's the one missing half a tail that keeps trying to bite you.
Larry's like the most professional. His fur is like discolored and it looks like he wears a tie.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. The Rat Brigade.
Those are my friends.
Make them sentient, I dare you.
I beg you.
I will ruin your friendship with these rats.
No.
Nice, friendly animal creatures? That
I've
sounds
known
like trauma for fodder, or fodder for trauma to me.
I've known about him for 35 seconds and I'm too attached.
You fucked
That's
up
why
when you
it's
give
so
names.
fun. You really did. You gave them names, and immediately my brain started thinking, so how can I kill these?
Elvex steps on them.
No, it has to be someone else you don't yet hate, so I can give you more people to hate. It can't all be on Kelvex.
True.
Why not?
Because then once he gets rid of Kelvex, there's no trauma remaining. It's all catharsis at that point.
Yeah, but then he
It has
gets
to be a
haunted.
never-ending cycle of
But-
needing
but-
vengeance.
But then he gets haunted by Calvax, and he can't kill ghosts. That's illegal.
I mean, it's not really illegal to kill them, it's just illegal to kill them with vitality magic.
That's the best way to kill them.
And a ghost touch rune. That's not
Exactly.
allowed.
In the ways of hurting ghosts. Illegal.
I mean, it's still possible to hurt ghosts without them, they just have high damage resistance. Just believe really hard and you'll kill them.
Ah, yes, the orc method.
There's also other methods to get rid of ghosts. At that point, it's more like a haunt, and you can just exorcise them. Go away! Get out of here! Alright. When you all meet up the following morning in the plaza outside of the state, you can actually see Mirk standing at attention just outside, seemingly waiting for you all.
Hello.
Good morning, folks. I trust you had a fruitful experience.
Yes.
Please follow me inside. Show you to the mistress. Can, with alacrity, turn on his heels and lead you all inside the estate. Erlene is sitting at the front porch. She seems to have 4 glasses already out, a few pitchers off to the side with a mixture of what looks to be juice, wine, full-on blood. As you approach, you can see a small platter with some breakfast dishes, as well as another platter that has roughly 3 fingers on it.
She knows!
Still covered in flesh and blood.
Ah, yes.
Assume all
The
of them
popsicle
drink.
treatment.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Little messenger told me last night you returned and had news to report.
Do we have the little cloth? I guess I still have it. Some ruffians bearing this symbol, broke in, slaughtered all the farmers, agitated all the undead, tried to poison the grain with something pink, and then died.
Strange.
The cow got free, knocked down some buildings. We repaired the fences and wrinkled up some of the surrounding undead to replenish the lost stock.
Oh, well done.
Mosquito got your cousin.
And
Yeah.
that.
A shame. Well, we can bring him back. Skilled and loyal, rare combination here. Not planning on losing someone like that so soon. You didn't destroy the body, did you?
No.
No.
Wonderful. And I guess I'll be making a personal trip out there soon. Had some ruffians tried to poison the supply.
It was
Could we have brought
contaminated.
some back?
If you wanted to spend some time trying to pick out what was essentially sort of a pinkish dust atop of the grain, you could have. It would have been pretty difficult to pull out of it, unless you were just like picking up handfuls of grain with the pink.
I feel like a
we
big handful of grain in like a
Yeah,
bag.
could we have brought back like a little bit of a
Yeah.
sack of grain?
You do also have the single packet of the gray paste as well, still.
We'll present both of these things.
Okay. Strange. Can't say I'm the most alchemically inclined, but I'll have to do some additional digging into this, I suppose. I'll see what I can find. I assume you all are going to continue looking into the leads and keep me informed?
As long as you keep paying us to. I'd be more than happy to.
There weren't very many.
You're going to keep looking into this, Azrael, because if you don't, I'm going to take your ribs out one by one, replace them with drags, and then turn you
Hey!
inside out.
What did I do?
You're all in this together now.
Azrael, I'm going to eat you.
Well, that is some loud thunder outside. My goodness.
Uh-oh.
Boy. Can you not sound like you're knocking on my roof, please? I would appreciate that.
But the Bloodlord wants to know if you're home.
Let her in, please.
No.
She's thirsty.
Sunday is for the person in my walls knocking. Not on Wednesday. Not allowed.
It happens multiple times a week.
It doesn't, though. It happens on Sundays specifically. I don't need to hear that sound on Wednesdays. But before you continue looking to those leads, I think you're going to have your hands full with something else. And as a couple of the plates are cleared away, you see a pretty official-looking piece of paper on the table, and she just kind of takes up a quill and starts writing down each of your names on it. Have been some rumors that have reached my ears as of late that some individuals have taken up residence in the manor I'm signing over to you, so well, I'm happy to inform you those rumors are true. Enjoy cleaning out your new home.
Are they quick or
It should be variety of dead. Any quick were living there, you could just tell them to move out, but probably fewer of the more unreasonable types.
Well,
Vermin,
least we
let's
don't-
say.
at least we don't have to paint our new house red. It didn't feel like that.
Well, it's already red, so I hope you enjoy that.
Oh, God damn it.
You have a picture of your manor for you guys.
oh?
Ooh.
I swear to God.
Something like this.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's gonna look nothing like it's gonna like all run down, like no sunlight, like dead grass.
Yeah, it doesn't look this good yet.
I swear to
grass
God, if
They,
you
overgrown.
they took this picture the day after it was made and never again.
if you had sent me that image, I would have been so. Those who know know.
Well,
All
it
right.
looks wonderful.
She kind of like turns the deed 180, slides it across the table towards you, and then pulls out an iron key from the satchel at her waist. which you can see, like, the shank is just solid iron, but the bow of the key is like a tiny skeletal hand clutching a red glass marble. Just follow the road about a mile south. Can't miss it. Previous owner, name Kalak the Collector, I believe. Don't really know who he was, or if he was important or not. But deed wound its way into my hands, and what better reward?
Almost appreciated.
Of course.
What's the scale of this map? Is there a manor on it, or is I don't know how far a mile
On
is
the
here?
Graydirge map, no.
Yeah.
The measuring tool actually does give you an accurate representation
Oh, does
of
it?
distance here. So,
Okay.
from city itself is only about 400 feet to edge of map. City
The
itself.
city is not even like a mile across.
No, Graydirge is a city with a population below 10,000. Just below 10,000. But it
It's
also
like-
has a decent chunk of the population that lives like underground. Or at least a
It's like
small
2 cities
population.
away. That's not too bad.
The manor?
Yeah.
2 city. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Two
not-
is 2 Graydirges away.
It's not terribly far to get there. It's not a super long walk. Much closer than the 16-mile trek to Old Ergagh's
Oh yeah.
farm.
Which direction was Ergagh's again?
Southwest. And this
Did
is
we
just
pass the
straight
mansion?
south. No, the road split before you reach the mansion.
Oh, can we tell her that the one zombie guy survived?
Sifect? Yeah, absolutely.
He stayed behind to tend to the recaptured undead.
Absolutely share that information with her. Thank you very much for letting me know that. Good to hear at least one of the charge hands survived. This effect was... cracks like a smile. Actually, an old servant here at my manor before he passed, and once we brought him back, he has to go work at the farm, so off he went. Saddens me to hear that he survived. Send people to take care of it, and I suppose one last gift for you all, as a way of saying thanks. You did quite well with your work. And she will clap her hands twice. The door will open, and a large cauldron will waddle itself out of the front door of her villa onto the porch with you all.
Aren't you adorable?
You can see, like, the stands it's on are carved to resemble skeletal hands, but they are made out of iron still. An old favorite of mine. Feel free to use it if you ever need to do any sort of cooking. And she is giving you all a walking cauldron as a reward.
Very kind.
Nice.
It's just a cauldron used to craft like potions, oils, and other liquids, but you can make it follow you around.
Saves having to carry the damn thing.
It is 4 bulk, so you might just want it to follow you.
Let me get that in the companion folder.
It's in the party stash. No companion for it. Just walks around. Although, technically you have to invest in it to make it follow you, which is a little silly.
Who wants to officially own it?
Who wants the cauldron?
I think
Feel like
Philip
the
Philip Stallone doesn't
vampire.
have a pet.
I think the vampire should take the cauldron.
Okay.
We'll leave it in the party stash for now, in case she doesn't want it. I love that it does its best to remain within 35 or within 30 feet of you. but it could not be predictably directed in a combat encounter.
I appreciate that Haldoli is just a friendly Baba Yaga bloodlord.
She's a necromancer, and she will just casually threaten you with things. She'll just like weave vague threats into conversation.
That wasn't a vague
That
threat.
wasn't
she
very
weaved.
vague.
She was highly specific.
I'm going to take out your ribs and put them in someone else.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it was very specific.
It's like,
Sometimes
killed
she's
Jacob
vague.
before.
Can we move this
Okay.
rune to Philip's gun?
The +1 rune?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
happily
if you
take
guys
it.
want to take a bit of a break for a day to get that rune transferred, you absolutely may.
I will attach that to my gun.
Yeah. It will cost you 3 gold and 5 silver to do.
I will not attach that to my gun.
I mean, we sell the scythe for.
Did you
we can
bring the
sell-
whole thing back?
Yeah. Why wouldn't we?
The
Well-
scythe itself can be sold for a gold, so you could just put the rune on for 2 gold, 5 silver if you want.
I have 9 silver.
Seems like a party effort then.
I'll help party effort to give the gunslinger a +1 gun. I will donate 1 gold to the cause.
We'll need
Okay.
another. I'll need another 6 silver.
I do not have that.
Fuck.
Requiem has that.
Alright.
You can
No one-
donate
no one-
6 silver to the cause.
Excellent.
She's rich. Why didn't she just do it herself? Wait a minute.
We'll get rid of the +1 scythe, and feel free to add a +1 rune to your gun.
Happily.
Woo.
Did you guys want to either pick up alchemist tools so you could try and identify alchemical items, or just find an alchemist in town to try and identify that magenta liquid you guys picked up?
Come on, I'm sure Philip knows somebody.
Do I know someone? I probably know someone.
Up to you. Do you know someone?
And if you don't, I'm sure your boss does.
Thunder, fuck off! Jesus. Breaking down my wall.
I think I would know someone.
Yeah.
However, sketch they may be. Pretty sure I would know someone.
So I mean, that's the real question. Would you know like an official shop that does alchemy, or like
No.
a back alley meat market guy?
I would know a back alley meat market guy who sold me some very handy things to help me stay awake.
Oh, good. So he sold you Blood Eye coffee, but it was also
Yes.
like heavily saturated Blood Eye coffee, not diluted like he claimed.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
just blood coffee. There's no why.
Absolutely.
If we wanted to ask Kelvax, I'm sure he would know.
That requires you to ask Kelvax, though.
I don't want to ask Kelvax. Just the weapon potency rune. That's what I'm grabbing.
Just +1.
Sweet.
I mean, any of you that have lived in Graydirge, so Drag and Azrael, I'd say if either of you wanted to give me society rolls to see if you know a more reputable alchemist in the Court of
Sure.
Ghouls, you may, since you guys live here in the city.
Absolutely not. Never met an alchemist in my life.
No, you know what, Azrael? I think you know exactly a
Oh,
perfect
no.
alchemist.
I know just the guy.
They're over in lead. That's what we're talking about, right? Would you like to roll as well, Drag?
Sure, just because he failed. Society.
Yeah, just to see. All right, neither of you are aware of the major shops in the Court of
Well,
Ghouls.
at least it's thematic. Librarian doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
So it's either go look for one or just go to the back alley sketch drug dealer in the catacombs.
He's very nice.
Like the
His
catacomb.
spleens looked very fresh.
Are they just like on a shelf in like a jar? Or...
No, they were just sitting out.
Oh lord.
You guys want to go speak to the alchemist?
Yes.
Does Philip want to go speak to the alchemist?
I have nothing. I don't care. The alchemist is fine in my books.
Hmm.
I just
Philip
don't want to.
seems
I don't want to talk to Calfax.
Philip seems entirely reputable.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Making your way down into the catacombs of the meat market, passing by the more well-known tunnels that aren't going to have you run into and get killed by a gang, or random horrors beyond mortal comprehension, and immortal comprehension too, just because, we've got non-mortals here. You guys do eventually find yourselves walking into a more open chamber, which you can see has like pipes coming out of and running across the walls. A few tables that are like just a bunch of rib cages stacked on top of each other to make a flat-ish surface. A few like glass vials here and there, a few things on display, and a single individual that you're not entirely sure what type of undead they are. They're like a mix between a ghoul and a skeleton still. Mostly look like a ghoul, but you can see almost dreadlocks made of bone coming from their head. Only got one good eye in their face, and their flesh is kind of stretched into a perpetual grimace around their mouth. As Philip, you come face to face with Mort the Alchemist again.
Hello, Mort.
You? Ah! Is Philip. How you doing,
Yeah.
Philip?
Good.
You coming for more coffee?
No, not today.
No.
I actually got more than 3 hours of sleep last night. First time in 20 years.
His eye goes wide. You got sleep?
Yeah.
The dosage next time. So what brings you here?
We're looking for some supplies to
Looking for supplies, okay.
trying to figure out. We found some mysterious stuff, and we're trying to figure out what it is.
Did you drink it yet?
No.
What the hells? That's the first thing you do when you find something you don't know what it is. Put it in your mouth, suck it down, see what happens.
We didn't. Well, if we drink all of it, there's nothing left to analyze.
Is that not how you do the analysis? Get it in your stomach and just see what it is? You're like the one person here that has an actual stomach.
We just give him half a handful of grain. See if it kills him.
No.
Sorry, if
I
the
want to
rest
make
of
it
your
a
stomach's
few.
not alchemy labs inside of you, that's how the liver works.
I'm gonna open my chest cavity and start glowing purple. No, mine does this.
Oh.
I
Are
just
those
shoved my
individual
hand.
ribs glowing? Or is that like single source?
Single source.
Ah, damn it. Is it
I
like
just
one of your
stick-
vertebrae?
Hard crystal.
No, that's beyond me, never mind. If it was like a vertebrae or a rib that was glowing, I'd buy it from you, but... Not interested if it's just magical hoo-ha.
It's magical. Hoo-ha.
Yeah. We have
I look
men
up
of
at the
science here.
I look up at the shelf of spleens.
Shelves.
Hey, that's my lunch. Stay away.
Sorry,
Not here for
they always look so
coffee.
fresh.
Don't know how alchemy works. Are you gonna test that or not?
We were hoping for some reagents to test it without harming myself.
Coward. Alright.
This one doesn't want to be a dead for some reason.
Ugh. That's why I gotta
Let me
get
live
those
my
vanilla coffee next
life.
time. The goal is not to, Philip. Come on. Why do you think I sold you that blood eye so cheap?
Because you were nice and it helped me get through my day.
There's a genuine look of pity on his face.
Oh,
Does he say that? Oh.
Philip does not understand.
You sweet, naive child. Keep thinking that.
I'm 34.
Sweet naive child.
Sweet, naive infant. My apologies, child. Baby man. 34 years old. Oh boy. Man's been alive 3 decades, everyone. Wow.
Philip is just taken aback. He's normally so much nicer.
And to think, I've been alive 36 years. I'm not a child, I'm not an infant, but that, 34, man, that's baby years. You're a shame. Anyway,
Wow.
you said the reagents is what you're looking for? I can get you some of those.
I guess.
Do you want a bunch, just the basics? What are you looking for?
Can I do some kind of like crafting check to figure out what the hell I would probably need?
It's pretty simple. If you're just looking to be able to identify things, all you'll need is a toolkit, which is more basic. If you're going to want to be able to craft alchemical things, you're going to need a full-on lab.
Okay. Oh,
but to
God.
just identify alchemical things, a toolkit is more than enough.
Oh boy, that's 2 gold of a difference.
It is.
I don't have the money for any of this.
What a shame.
I am out of money.
Wow.
Spent it all on that weapon potency.
Oh my gods, you are out of money?
Yeah!
Not only is he a baby, he's poor? Ouch.
Ew, he's poor.
It's almost as if that's the entire character.
Tired,
Tired,
poor baby
overworked.
man.
How else could you describe Larry Pokemon?
I don't know that Larry Pokemon's poor. He does have a suit.
Yeah. Also,
So
we're
does
talking
Philip.
We're
a
talking
rental.
about Philip Bloodlord here. Only Larry you know is Larry the Rat.
True. I'll look back at the party. I mean,
If you guys want an alchemist toolkit, it's going to run you 3 gold. But it will allow you to attempt to identify alchemical items when you come across them in the future.
Alternatively, the mice man told us he'd tell us what it is.
Yeah, it'll just be a smaller cost to get individual items identified. Essentially, he'll identify it and then give you a price based off of the actual value of the item. It's up to you guys what you would like.
He doesn't live that far. We have to keep coming back. What's his price for the per item?
It depends on the item's actual value.
Well, how do we know that until he identifies?
He identifies it. He knows what it is. He gives you a price. If you pay it, he tells you. If he doesn't, or if you don't pay it, then just gives you the item back. And doesn't tell you what it is.
But he's already done all the work for it.
Yeah. This guy's literal back alley alchemist who identifies things with a lab in his stomach. his method of identification is drinking it and then regurgitating it afterwards. So
That is fantastic. I love him. I want to pay by the potion. Just 'cause I
Pay by
want to
the
see
item?
this guy.
Okay. So
He's too funny.
you got the magenta liquid. You can attempt to identify that strange gray paste and the pink powder if you want him to try and identify those for you as well.
Sure.
So him attempting to identify all 3 items. Oh, let's see. Okay, all right. You're gonna have to give me a few minutes here. Oh, goodness gracious! I'm dropping my supplies. And he just swipes the vial from your hand and downs it instantly when you're not really prepared for him to. Oh boy, let's see. I'm thinking here. Don't give me those looks. I know what it looks like. I hear the sounds in my stomach too. Don't laugh.
We would never laugh at you.
I can hear you smirking from over here, Philip.
Cover my mouth a little bit better.
Alright, let's see. 1 silver, 5 copper to identify this liquid.
I hand him a silver.
And 5 copper, or just a silver?
Come
I'll
on,
also
this is
hand
a
him a
group
silver.
effort. This
I'll
is
have
a
my
group
change.
effort. Come on.
As long as 1 silver, 5 copper is getting paid, I don't care from who.
Done.
Alright. He takes the coin, puts it in the pouch at his side, and then puts his thumb on the side of his nose like he's about to snort. And when he exhales and snorts out, from one of his hollow bone dreadlocks, the liquid comes flying back out into the vial he's already got ready. Whoa! A little bit of spice coming on the way out there. This right here is your typical lesser version of an anti-plague. If you find yourself getting weak and sickly and just stares at you, Philip, drink this to protect yourself a little bit better. And if the rest of you come across a disease that you need this for, best of luck.
Free to the gods.
Pretty much, yeah. There's not much to help you there.
Hand him the rice.
This is rice. What do you want me to do with this?
The pink shit.
Oh. Dabs his pinky onto it. Picks it up, the pinky falls off. Shit, okay. 1 second. Grabs a needle and twine and quickly stitches the finger back on. Licks the pink shit off of it.
Wipes the paint.
Look, you assume this guy doesn't lick the paint off his walls? Come on, that's nutrition.
There's definitely areas where there is less paint on the walls than others.
Shocker of shockers.
Look, you paint a couple thick coats, food for a couple years right there. What do you want from me?
Philip takes notes.
He goes back, tastes some more of the pink. This is interesting stuff for sure. Identify this. Let's go ahead and say 4 silver pieces.
Or
Give him
silver.
2.
Why do you do this?
You
Also
started
give
this,
it to
Azrael.
I did not. That was. I paid a whole denomination last time.
Look, I don't need to go to my last silver coin for this, okay?
I'm breaking a gold for this.
This is definitely not local, but I have come across it before. Mild headache caused by it. Nothing terribly dangerous to you, though. Just gonna make you uncomfortable if you can ingest it. See, I'm not speaking well after I did so. But from what I've been dealt with, the people that peddled this shit before, called it brain grit.
Sounds unpleasant.
Again, mild headache for consuming it. Not actually poisonous, though, on its own. So, not really a useful sort of thing. Might be used as like a reagent in others at times, but on its own, pretty basic shit.
Interesting.
That all you got for me today?
Believe so.
I don't know, Philip. Do you need any more drugs?
Oh, if we're getting the coffee out, give me a couple minutes. I got out the dosage.
I'd be worried.
Philip, you should never be worried when you're dealing with what I give you. Trust me.
Right. The effects of actually getting sleep have given Phil critical thinking skills.
Shit. One of you two. Tell him to trust my drugs, please. I need this. I need more spleens soon, and I bet his is delicious. But I can't just take it from him while he's still up and walking around, so I need him to bite it. On another note, if he does die, bring me his spleen, please. I'll pay you good money for it. How does 4 gold sound for it?
What the fuck?
Done.
I kill him right now.
Fantastic!
Don't.
The fresher the better, so get to it.
Do I hear any of this?
Was not being quiet.
No, he wasn't being quiet.
I'm just looking at you both. 4 gold for my spleen.
Well, if you die, you won't be using it, will you?
It won't be fresh if you die out in the field.
Look,
I'm not giving
you guys
my
get
spleen.
paid 4 gold. I get your spleen. You get brought back as an undead. You never have to worry about your sleep again. That sounds like a whole win right there for everyone involved.
I want to keep living for now.
Oh.
Spoil sport.
If I die, when I die, I promise you first dibs on my spleen.
What if the price goes down by then? This is a supply and demand sort of thing. You see that shelf up there? Do you see all the empty space where I'm starting to run low on spleens?
But do you see him? He's premium depressed spleen.
I know. That's why I offered 4 gold for it. I have to take everything into consideration. How about this? If you kill him right now, hand over the spleen. 6 gold.
What the
That's the
fuck?
highest I can offer.
I don't think we can do that, sorry.
Ah. Damn it. Oh well.
Offering 6 gold for my fucking spleen.
Any spleens that come across in the future, though, bring them by, I'll buy them. Fresher the better. The more I've got, the less I'll pay. But I will buy spleens off you. How's that sound?
We'll keep our
that in
eyes
mind.
out.
Fantastic. Alright. Have a good one. Bye-bye now. Don't die too far away.
As we leave, I turn to Tezrael and Dre. I'm like, maybe that guy is a little sketchy.
So was this Calvax guy alive?
No, he's a lich.
Damn it.
Oh,
Kelvix is not a full-on lich.
like I didn't
Does
know
he
there was
have a
lich in-
spleen?
Kelvix, if I recall correctly, is just a skeleton. Yeah, not a
No
full
spleen.
lich, just a skeleton.
Oh, spleen. Damn.
No spleen. Unfortunately,
I would kill him right now.
he might have a collection of them. Please don't. I don't have stats for Kelvex set up.
You better find a way. He's gonna kill him eventually.
Or an encounter map.
Those are the best fights.
The
The ones no one is ready for.
Let me open my map browser. Find a good
Here's
one.
four walls, a door, and a floor. Here you go.
I've got a Christmas lodge. How about that?
I'll kill Calvax in a Christmas lodge. I'll
Anything
kill him
else
anytime, any place.
you guys would like to do today while the rune is getting transferred?
Oh, we do have a house to investigate.
You do. You have been warned that creatures have taken up residence, so I'm not sure if you want to go while Philip's gun is not available.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'd
like the
more
best
fun.
time. He might die.
And then you get a spleen!
Uh,
That does
Maybe
sound
do
like
it.
a perfect plan.
Josh is going to be so confused when he comes back. He's gonna next Wednesday. He's like, "Why are you guys all obsessed with spleens?"
The party stash is just going to have a massive amount of spleens filling it up.
The whatever
Tongs.
bag of holding we've ever get is just going to be full of ice and organs.
as it should be.
Tongs.
Fantastic. That's the business plan for this group.
Hell
That would
yeah,
make
it
money.
is.
It's a fucking black market organ trade.
The Graydirge black organ market. Do springs exist?
Like water springs?
No, like a metal spring.
Oh. I'm concerned about saying yes. But yes.
I have a gun. How would springs not exist?
I think you got like a flintlock.
Flintlocks still had springs.
I think.
Yeah. How do you think the hammer snaps down?
Magic.
Magic.
No. No, it's a spring.
Well, it's clearly mind bullets.
I wanted to like rig up a thing where I could have the hooded lantern like spring itself shut, and then like I'd like pull a string that's like through my sleeve to open and close it.
Oh. Sure. Go ahead and give me a crafting roll.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna make it myself.
I mean, if you're looking to make a sort of contraption like that, that's more what the crafting roll is for.
I guess. Well, I'll do my best.
Okay. And I'd say go ahead and spend 2 copper in materials for this.
Okay.
It isn't terribly difficult to set up. It will still require, of course, an interact action to open and close it.
Yes.
But I'd say it's not terribly difficult to do without a free hand at this point in time now, with this little
That's
contraption you've got set up. You don't know how long this contraption will last for, because it's definitely a little shoddy, but you can definitely use it.
Now I have a party trick.
Look, I glow.
Yeah.
I'd also say it probably needs to be manually reset between each use. It isn't just like a constant open and close flick.
Okay.
That
We'll
you're
work
not
on that
still
later.
gonna do. Yeah, it's like can either be set so it'll open when you flick or will close when you flick, and then you've got to manually reset it once it's been activated.
I think we'll do emergency close.
Okay, sounds good. That's the easier to do. All right. If you guys don't have anything else, we'll go ahead and take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll skip ahead to tomorrow morning once Philip has his gun and you guys are good to head to your new home. Sorry,
Right.
Philip, I guess you got one more night with the rats.
It's fine. I gotta collect my stuff anyway.
Your hot plate.
My one moldy muffin.
No,
hot
that's what
plate
got
came.
eaten by the rats this morning.
Oh, then I'm set. The hot plate is belongs to the half studio.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break here. We'll go ahead and come back in 3 minutes or so, and I will see you all in a few minutes as I try and find where the break button is. All right, welcome back, everyone. So, we come back to the next morning. Philip picked up your gun at the end of the day yesterday, now enchanted with the lesser potency rune. You got switched over from the scythe. The scythe sold to hopefully offset some of the cost. You guys got the pinkish gray powder, identified as brain grit, as well as the magenta vial, identified as a lesser anti-plague. You do still have that packet of gray paste that has not been identified yet, but you're also all broke at this point, so sucks to be you. But the next morning arrives. Anything you'd like to do, or are you heading just directly out towards the manor?
Got a house to claim.
Yeah, let's head out.
All right. The deed does specify your property as a total of about 1 acre of space. Making your way down the road early in the morning, you first come across what appears to be the boundary of your property now. A low wrought iron fence, rusted and dilapidated at this point. A poor barrier, but at the very least, a clear demarcation of your land. There should be a gate that would open and lead the path towards your manor, but you can see the fence appears to be missing a gate at this point. And a lot of sort of overgrown vines and weeds clutter the yard and the path.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, my brain ceased functioning for about 30 seconds there. Can you repeat that?
Yes. There is a low iron fence that surrounds and demarcates your property, rusted and dilapidated, missing the front gate at this point, and vines and weeds kind of choke the yard and path leading up to the manor itself.
Are there any undead roaming the property that we can see?
Give me a perception check.
I knew it was coming. And yet I was not ready.
Not from what you can see.
Open the gate. Just gonna go in.
There is no gate. It's part of the issue. You can
Oh.
just walk through.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Basically, your property is outlined by the fence, but it is like rusted and falling apart. It's not actually a useful fence right now. It's more just like a border notification.
I see.
But as you guys make your way past the fence and up the path towards your manor, the building does begin to make itself known towards you. What looks to be a single-story building of red stone studded with jutting bones, spiraling kind of up the corners of the building and forming a dome rising about 15 feet above the roof. From what you can see at the apex of the dome, the bones support what appears to be this massive, misshapen chunk of red glass. Sort of rivulets of this glass kind of wind through the bones and cracks in the brick. If you had to, make a comparison, it would almost be like a large heart spilling blood over the rest of the manor. In the little bit of light shining through the sort of red clouds that cover Geb, You can see it reflects off of this glass, casting the entire building in this sort of blood-red glow.
Somebody has certainly took artistic liberties with this.
As you approach, you do not see any windows. You do see a few torch sconces that appear empty, and what appears to be graveyard off to the side. Approaching the front doors themselves, a pair of heavy wooden-looking doors in a frame of bones. Looking at the knockers on the door, they do appear to be made from real skulls, with open jaws and iron rungs as the door handles. I'll go ahead and give you the map.
This is the front door?
That is the front door. You've got a pond and graveyard off to the side that you saw as you approached.
I see.
All right.
Well.
Shall I push through first?
Drake opens the door.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Why be quiet? We need to clear it.
You find yourself
Fair
looking
enough.
into a small foyer. Low stone benches, a cracked mirror hanging on the wall opposite the door, and a bone archway leading north to the building proper, it looks like.
You may go in first, though.
I assume I'm going first from now on until you get my spleen, and I'll walk forward.
It's not a bad assumption.
Clever, this one.
Walking in, first thing you notice, kind of in the corner right by the door itself, is a pretty heavy-looking iron bar. You can see a couple brackets on the back of the doors. It seems to be sort of an extra locking measure. You wished to secure it further from the inside. But you can see, sort of looking into an open hall that leads into a large courtyard, and you can also see what appears to be a dining room off to the east. Which, give me a perception check, those of you that have sort of entered the manor at this point, actually. Okay. Both of you can see a number of rats scurrying around the floor near the table, as well as the sounds of banging coming from the dining room area.
Less friends.
Philip, you watch as like a plate goes flying from sort of this end towards a rat on the floor, missing and kind of shattering on impact.
I've got a bullet loaded, right?
I believe you do.
Cool. Holding my rifle, I will take a step forward.
Put one foot in front of the other. Walking into this room, you find yourself in what would probably be the coat room. There's a large, pretty intricate-looking armoire, actually, against the wall to your left, sort of resembling a massive rib cage in its door construction. One of the doors sort of hangs open, and you can see like moldy coats and some cobwebs, and a whole bunch of dust inside of it.
Alrighty.
Mm.
Can I roll stealth at this point?
If you would like to, you absolutely may. You can see as you kind of look into the courtyard at this point, the light seems to be filtering through the red glass up at the top of the dome and is sort of casting this reddish glow throughout the entire courtyard of the manor. As far as you can tell, you crouch down and do your best to gain out of sight to the number of rats scurrying around.
I know there's more than just rats.
Yeah. You can see a few benches in this area down here. What you would probably consider to be a waiting room in your office. It's very similar to that. Couple picture frames on the wall covered in dust though, so you can't quite tell what's on them. Azrael, are you having the light shining?
I think I am by default, yeah. So if he's trying to sneak, I'll stop here where it stops.
Sure. Taking a look further in, I can't quite tell what you see when you... No?
Can't say anything yet. Unless you have them hidden on a GM layer, I can't see them.
I might.
Well, I can see it now.
That's just where I have the token. The rats are running everywhere, man.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'd say at this point, as you step forward, you can see up at the far northern end what appears to be maybe a study of some sort. There's a large fireplace, a couple decent-looking chairs from where you are. You can hear a voice coming from the dining room area at this point in time, yelling out in the common tongue for this area, Osiriani. You little shits! How many times do I have to fucking tell you to get out of my damn dining room? Another plate goes flying. The rats continue scurrying around.
Cool. I'll motion the group to follow.
We'll
then I
manually
This is a
close the
horrible
light.
idea.
I'm gonna manually close the light.
Okay. Doing your best to stealth forward.
Oh, wrong button.
If
my
you are
God.
attempting to stealth Azrael, you and Zuka may roll as well. That should be blind, please.
I pressed the button and everything.
Shame.
Wish they were blind by default.
Some of them are. Why is it mad?
A shame.
Oh, it's control click to bring it up the fucking
Yeah.
bar. Ugh. But it is
Oh,
set to
right.
blind.
You've got your rolls reset like that. There you go.
Alright, I will.
Azrael is too busy trying to get the contraption to shut on the on your ribcage, and 100% isn't paying attention whilst everyone else is doing their best to remain quiet.
Do I hear anything else?
You
Can
hear
I
the
see-
sounds of lots of rats, and you hear this voice constantly cursing them out.
Okay.
As you guys are walking, the rats are still running around, but when Azrael kind of bumps into one of the sconces, not paying full attention, you hear the voice come from the dining room. Hey, who's out there? Better not be more vagrants.
Well, this is our house, so I think that makes you the vagrant.
Oh! We got a new owner of the place. Let me see your faces. And scuttling around on top of the table is just a hand.
Oh,
Okay.
Who do we
Can
got?
we
Who's
keep
the
him?
new owners? I'd rub my hands together, but you can see the problem with that. Interesting. We got some skeletons. We got a regular dude. Got a vampire. All right, great. First job, help me deal with these rats that piss me off too long. They need to go.
I immediately attack.
You attack the hand?
No, the rats.
Oh, the rats. Okay.
Immediately murders our friend.
I was like, I mean, you can.
I risk
No,
my
could I
3-action heal.
immediately attack?
All right. Well, then I'm going to ask everyone to go ahead and roll initiative, please.
All
I'm
right.
going to ask everyone to roll initiative using stealth, though,
Hell yeah.
Oh,
since you were attempting to sneak.
That's my good stat.
it's my bad stuff.
Yeah, it's not Requiem's good stat, that's for sure.
Are these undead rats or normal, like, living rats?
They are a swarm of rats.
Excellent.
Which I just
I might-
realized. The very front art, like rat in that artwork, looks like he doesn't have front legs. Just because of the perspective.
He doesn't. He's a nugget.
He just looks like he's got back legs and a waddling.
Philip, you might not want to stand near me.
Look, I can move.
Drag, you're gonna be up first. 'Cause the hand
Hoping
can't
to
really attack the
explode.
rats very
I'm
efficiently.
going to lean.
Okay.
Or gamer leaning.
You can see
50 feet!
some rats, and they would have cover if you're attacking from there.
We'll do it anyway.
Okay.
Pew.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll. Against the rats. Well, please make sure to target.
Fixing that now.
A 25 hits because they have cover. It does not crit, though.
No.
Sad.
This is fun.
How many rats do you kill?
Let's find out.
4 rats. All right.
4 dead rats.
4 dead rats. My favorite. You've got 1 action left. Fair enough.
I will follow their lead this time.
All
I don't
right.
need rat bites. It's in my bones.
Philip, you're up. And the rats are going last.
Are we shooting
the
the
shoot.
hand? Are we saying fuck this hand?
No. He's a friend.
Then I'm
Dragon
gonna
might eat him
delay
later,
to
but-
13. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna-
delay to 13.
You're going to delay till after the rats.
Oh, I can't see them. Well,
You have feet,
Oh.
believe it or not.
holy shit, I do.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take cold for my elemental shot, my energy shot,
Sure.
and I'll take a first action to move down here.
Okay. You can see a few rats.
Block time. I'm shooting them.
Go for it. They've got standard cover against you. But that'll hit.
Like shit, it does.
Yeah.
Rolled a 9.
They're
Rats?
rats.
It's 11 dead rats.
That is every dead rat. Because thankfully you are concussive, so you ignore their physical resistance. You managed to line up the perfect shot as like 7 rats are all in like a perfect skittering angle from where you are, and just instantly taking the shot. It goes past a few table legs of the chairs, just barely missing them, but manages to skewer each and every rat through the head, killing them all instantly. Well done. The rats are
Ready.
dead. Oh! That was pretty good. How'd you do that? Was that an arrow? That was really fast for an arrow. I could normally see how an arrow moves. Was that an arrow?
In a sense.
That's not a good answer. Anyway, hand kind of like hops down and starts moving towards you. Ogden the Annihilator. Absolute pleasure to make your acquaintance. How y'all doing today?
Better
Hops
now.
on his wrist to offer a handshake.
I'll shake his hand.
Nice. That's a good handshake. That's a good one. I like that. I like you.
Does he like come? Do you like pick him off the ground when you shake his hand?
You're
just-
kind of like
you're-
waving him in the air and then you put him back down.
You're just extendo arming.
Go gadget.
So
Third
do you-
hand.
Do you come with the place?
You may consider me more of a advisor. Servant if you care, but advisor to whoever carries the mana's deed and key. Only though, once you convinced me you're worth it to be here. Actually, never mind. That was a really good arrow shot. Convincing enough. I don't want to experience that. You're good. But yeah, I live here. I'm been around for a long time. Mostly just do sort of the stewarding and basic housework around here, doing what I can to keep it up. Hasn't really been worth it recently. Been doing my best to keep the rats at bay. There's been a lot of rats. There's less
At the
rats
ras-
now.
At the risk of being insensitive, what happened to the rest of you?
Well, the rest of me, my worse half, you could say, bit the dust a couple centuries back.
Half?
95%. I'm the handsomest part, though. That's what matters.
Indeed.
Glad you agree. It's a good mindset you got there. Anyway, welcome to the Manor. Kind of just known, at least up until now, as Kalak Manor, because that was the previous owner's name. Feel free to rename it however you'd like, or just leave the name as is. I don't care. If you do rename it, just let me know, though, so I can refer to it as such.
Interesting.
I feel like we should come up with a name for it.
Skeleton Manor.
Let's not ever let you name anything.
Wow.
Ouch.
Spleensville.
I'd ask Requiem, but Requiem is comatose.
Lost your voice.
Requiem is taking a smoke break in the ethereal plane at the moment.
Cardboard cutout noises.
The cardboard cutout slowly falls over.
I want to imagine Requiem just accidentally inhaled some brain rot and is not having a good time.
Skype reconnecting noises play in the background.
Dial up.
Boom boom. Boom boom boom.
You're not sure where the noise comes from, but
It's a divine thing.
The same place the skeleton's voice comes from.
I love how Philip is the one that said it's a divine thing, the only non-divine caster here.
I can cast one spell.
Is it divine?
It might be divine.
Uh,
It is a
Right.
cult. It is a cult.
Greg, go ahead and give me a perception check from where you're standing, please. You would be the first person to have a chance at noticing this. Stop rolling well.
No.
Except for me not rolling well.
You see a dude hanging from the ceiling up in the study, who's
Does he
currently
have two
like
hands?
feet attached to the ceiling and seems to be sketching or writing something down on a piece of paper at a desk up there.
What the fuck?
He looks a little something like that.
Gonna point at Philip. I'm gonna point at Philip and beckon him over with like one finger, not fucking moving.
I'll walk over.
Point.
Oh, motherfucker. I can see him now.
Points at him.
Oh, that guy up there, that's Kalak, previous owner. Died, came back. Doesn't really do much except sketch. Kinda lame, if you ask me. Not
Is he
very
friendly?
cool.
I look
Well,
down
he's
at my gun.
drawing.
I mean, you
That's-
can talk to him. I haven't talked to him recently. He just kind of screeches at me when I do. But,
Requiem, what do you
I
think?
mean, you're more than just a hand, so maybe he'll talk to you.
We lock him in the bathroom till we figure out what to do with him.
Well, the bathroom's down here with you, so, best of luck getting him there.
Do we
Yes,
What was his
Requiem,
name?
what she wanted to do?
Yeah. Ask Requiem for a 500-page paragraph about, the current situation and what she wants to do with Kalak.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated necromancer system. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
I'll look at Dragon, Ezrael, and I was like, I mean, do we want to take care of him?
He's drawing. He might not be hostile.
You can go check.
I think you should go check.
I think you should go check.
Nudges you forward with her staff. I think you should go check.
Nudges you forward with my gun.
Azrael goes to check.
You should go check.
Oh,
sir.
what,
Neither
are,
of us,
what are you gonna do? I'm all bones.
neither of us notice Azrael going to check.
Argon walks with you, Azrael.
We're just arguing.
And we continue to argue. Funnier that way.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
What was his name?
Kalak.
Kalak.
Ah!
I heard that Left 4 Dead screech and then it just got cut off immediately.
Oh my god, there's a smoker.
Sorry about that. Haven't used my vocal cords in a long time. Gets kinda caught. What can I do you for?
I slowly lower my gun.
You want to show us around the place? Or are the new owners?
You live for today.
I'd rather just... He, like, points at the page he's drawing on. Rather just continue with this.
Alright, well, then
So you're the
pay us no
owner,
mind.
so have fun.
Just keep drawing.
Thanks. Gives you like an upside down thumbs up, which looks like a thumbs down at first, and then he realizes he's upside down and turns it.
Like, he's cool.
Drag is somehow making the motion of pinching her brow as a skeleton.
Philip is intrigued as to understands the motion immediately and is
Where they're like, there's no nose. It's just like ethereal, fake illusion nose crap.
I just look at Drag and I'm like, you do that so naturally. It's weird. I'm impressed.
I like to imagine for a while after being a skeleton, Drag had like a fake nose that she would like pull out and put in place just to pinch it and practice the positioning.
I like to imagine that like she's got like this thin like ethereal like fake skin where her skin used to be, but there's nothing there.
It's just
So
like
she's
dead
just
skin.
she goes to pinch it and there's just it goes right through.
What was there a staircase in the corner? Does it go up or down?
It goes down. Spiral
I
staircase
feel-
leading down. There's a number of doorways here and there.
Why do I feel like you're going to turn this place into a menagerie by the time any of us die?
Welcome to the bedrooms, Azrael.
Oh boy.
Can I just say, as a GM, how refreshing it is to not have someone listening at every single door and just opening them?
Door open.
I was gonna say, so anyway, are you listening at the door, Drake?
Nope.
Door
open.
Welcome to the kitchen. I forgot they didn't put a damn door here. That's a door, very clearly. and they
Well-
didn't put a door there.
That
He
doesn't
just
look
went
like a
through it.
door. That doesn't look like a door to me.
Oh yeah? How about now?
Looks open.
There's still a door.
Nope. Damn, I can't remove the door.
We're gonna
down
come back in
here-
5 minutes. It's gonna be removed from its hinges.
Door's gone.
It's a pretty obvious kitchen and pantry. The kitchen has a few small brick ovens, butcher counters, stoves, cauldrons. Everything is in pretty heavy disarray and covered in dust. You can see countless little rat tracks leading to and from the room.
Can I get an estimate on like how much it would cost / how much work it would take to get this place functional, not including cost of food? As I close the pantry.
That's possible to do. The
After
pantry
removing-
itself is definitely like a big walk-in pantry, which is pretty cool. Numerous shelves that all appear in pretty good pretty good use at the moment. But a lot of refuse and animal droppings all over the floor, along with a few torn sacks and moldy food. Go ahead and give me a crafting roll if you want to sort of estimate how much it would cost to replace what's needed and just clean it up.
Can I use engineering lore for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna find some other rooms.
God damn it! I keep rolling like shit this game.
You found the bathroom, Drag. Good job. It's hard
Pushes.
to tell at an instant glance. It'd be easier to make an estimate once you've sort of cleaned up the place.
Pushes cardboard vampire into bathroom.
Into the punishment room you go.
The old.
Well, Requiem is taking a shit for that.
Definitely.
The
Needs to be
ancient
cleaned
evil
before
has
its
been
next use.
contained.
Don't forget, you guys can choose to like make perception rolls places.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Face check.
Fair enough.
A party of casters and one gunslinger. Face check.
Philip, what is that survival roll for?
How long do I live?
For now, enough.
Thank God.
Ooh.
Azrael found the master bedroom. I'm so proud of you.
Shit.
Dibs.
Who gets the master?
You can see it's got like a wide bed, a chair, a writing desk.
They have
a tall
fancy
cabinet,
rugs?
and an alcove. The rest of the bedrooms themselves are a lot more simple, but still not necessarily bad. They've each got a single bed in them, a side table, chest of drawers, bookshelf.
I found lots of books.
You can see like
What are the books?
sketches decorating the walls. They are books.
They're books.
Yep.
Sad.
There's bookshelves with books.
Anything on this little writing desk?
Just a couple like half-finished, mostly finished sketches.
I'm gonna do a walk around the outside of the manor.
Okay.
How many dead rats are in this room?
Ooh, there's a
14.
secret. How do we get in here?
Yeah, there's something here.
I don't know.
This is why I was doing the walk.
Maybe you should make perception checks to see
I
what
would like
you
to.
find.
I'd like to search this room for a way through this wall.
Yeah, that you don't know has anything behind it.
What's it-
Philip, you poor fool.
No, Philip.
He's gonna die! He's gonna die! Where's this man?
As you're walking around outside Philip, you are not paying attention enough to hear the scrabbling of dirt as
No!
something crawls out of the ground behind you.
Oh,
I
no.
am going to need everyone to roll initiative here.
Oh no.
Son of a bitch.
Do you scream?
Yes.
You will.
You will.
And this will be perception-based initiative, not stealth.
Fuck!
I'm not
Does that
noticing
change
any
your roll?
windows.
There are no windows.
Oh no.
Oh no, I assumed it was perception. That was a
Okay.
fuck for rolling a fucking 7.
Yeah. So Philip,
gonna-
can you go ahead and give me just a base perception check now?
If I don't do it, it doesn't happen, right?
If you don't do it, I'm going to treat it as a failure. That is good enough to recognize the sound of something behind you at the last moment, so you are not off guard to its attack as this small green creature in clothes kind of crawls out quietly from the dirt beneath one of the tombstones, massive jaws opening up as she pounces towards you and attempts to bite.
What the fuck?
Fuck?
So she's going to jump towards you and make a jaw attack.
What undead goblin hag is this?
I like it.
Dealing 6 piercing damage to you, Philip.
I don't like it.
And she will use her last action to quite literally rip the portion of your flesh off that she had bitten and cause the wound to begin festering with void energies, it seems. You take bleed damage on top of the damage you just took. Now you may scream out in pain and fear, Philip. Which everyone else does.
Well, we're not very quick, so.
Drag, you hear this.
Well, I think my move speed is 25, so that's going to be a stride 3.
Okay. Just
And
getting
that's
out
all we
of the
got.
door, and you can lean and see what's going on if you would like. Azrael, you're up.
He's being eaten! We might
man
get that
stride.
spleen!
Fuck off!
I can do that!
All right. Philip, we're up to you.
God damn it! Stop trying to get my spleen. I hate this.
This is on you. You should know better than to go walking around by yourself with me in play.
Especially when your spleen's been on the table for the last hour.
I'll take a step,
Okay.
and then I will stride I'll stride 25 feet,
Okay.
and I'm shooting at that thing.
Was your gun out and ready? Actually, you can draw it as a free action. Never mind. I forgot gunslingers get to
Fuck
do that.
you.
Look, I gotta confirm. Oh, that was almost a 1. That will hit. The kickback preventing it from critting, though. Oh,
11
max
damage.
damage, though. All right, jeez. Goodness gracious.
Rolling good damage.
That hurts. Why would you do that?
That's my turn.
All right. That'll take us back to the troll.
The what?
Oops. You
The
didn't hear that.
troll!
You watch, Philip, as some of the burnt edges around the bullet hole begin to close up. The flesh
Oh, good
knitting
luck,
itself
guys.
back together.
Good luck, you guys. I don't have a fucking...
She is going to stride 25 feet after you with 1 action. And...
Does it have a reach?
no,
Please don't.
but it has a breath weapon.
Oh.
Stop! Holy shit, I'm actually gonna die!
A
No!
cone of putrid freezing gas spews forth from its mouth, Philip. I need a fortitude save from you, please.
You're reporting that! Fuck!
Please make sure to hit the button in chat, by the way, so it'll tell you what your
Oh.
success is. That is a regular failure.
Okay.
So, you will take 2 void damage. Wow, that's a
Wow.
sad roll. But
Oh my
also
God.
become sickened 1, as you feel your very soul almost begin to freeze over from this gas as it just permeates through your flesh.
I forgot to roll my recovery check for my...
That is rolled automatically for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
If you
recovery
scroll
check
up
is
in
rolled?
chat, if you
Yes,
scroll
it
up in
is.
chat right after that, it rolled for you and auto dealt the damage to you.
I saw the auto deal.
Yeah.
Auto damage.
I've got that set up to just be handled automatically when it comes to persistent damage.
Okay, I have 4 health.
Yeah,
Gerard,
imagine
you're
if
up.
you were undead, you'd be immune to this
Hi.
damage.
We're just gonna come out from around this corner.
Uh-huh. You see an injured little green creature chasing after and breathing gas on Philip.
I see this.
You want me to make a
Please.
will save? How could you? I will succeed.
Fuck.
And take half damage. Hey, that's a good
Well, I
roll.
rolled max.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. Azrael, you're up.
If I knew it was a troll, I would have selected fire for my energy bullets.
Okay, but you don't know it's a troll. That is 100% a GM misspeak.
You should also
I
keep
know.
running.
I'm not gonna stop running.
Stride.
See what's going on. See Philip on the brink of death.
Philip.
Zuka's just running towards you. Philip, you're
Yeah.
up.
Stride 1.
Zuka only has 2 actions here, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, right, but Zuka has only 20 feet. Did you command Zuka last turn?
I did.
Ah, my apologies.
All right. Stride 1.
Okay.
Thoughtful reload.
Okay.
So there's my recall knowledge.
What would you like to know about this creature?
I want to know weaknesses and resistances.
Looking at this sort of creature, its skin is rotting. Like, its flesh is rotten in certain places. So you get the sense it definitely has that sort of innate weakness to vitality magic that a lot of undead have.
Super helpful for me.
At it, though, you get the sense you're not sure why, but it looks kind of easily flammable.
Glad I succeeded on it. I will let the rest of the group know fire is the way to go. And I have no way to heal myself. I have no way to cure myself as I didn't bring that. Yeah, alright.
Well, you can shoot it.
Glock.
You can also retch to try and get rid of your sickened condition if you want. But a 19 does hit.
Good.
Eight points of damage to it. Alright. Ow.
Alright, goodbye guys, I'm dying.
Back to her turn.
I'm dead.
Philip bleeds out and falls unconscious.
Philip.
As the creature's wounds continue to heal that you have dealt to it, it is going to use one action to come bounding right up next to you, Drag.
I've got it!
Jaws attack.
Cannot fucking believe
Uh-oh.
I went.
Ow.
That
Hey,
is
you need to calm down.
a mild 14 damage to you.
I'm down.
Oh, good.
You're what?
TPK! TPK!
Requiem, get out of the bathroom. Requiem has entered the initiative.
It is Requiem's turn. She's gonna run out.
TPK!
Hey, Jacob, you should fix me with your eyeballs.
I am probably
Requiem comes back to find our 3 corpses.
Single target heal to heal them. Yeah, she has to single target heal. Drag or Philip, who wants to be back up?
If I get back up, will I still have persistent bleed?
I have Flens.
Yes.
That was my plan.
If you don't get back up, you still have persistent bleed, but on the ground.
Yeah.
Alright.
And she only has one casting of harm here.
Harm doesn't fix him. He's alive.
Oh,
I'm
Harm doesn't-
alive!
She has Undead's Blessing, though, so she can make harm treat creatures as undead.
What?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
She'll have to do
Okay.
that later, though. So she either heals Drag right now or saves it to heal Philip next round.
Does anyone have a healer's kit?
I do.
Get Drag up.
Okay, so
Uh.
she'll continue running next to you and use her last action to cast Undead's Blessing on you, Philip. So for
Such
the
a cool
duration, you will
focus
be treated as undead and will get a +2 status bonus to HP restored when she casts harm on you.
Okay.
If you would like to try and will save and not take the effect of the spell, you may.
Okay.
Azrael, you're up. This was a low threat encounter, everyone.
What wouldn't happen like that?
Well, yeah. I guess it's low threat when the party is all together and not super spread out.
Low threat when the gunslinger's not an idiot.
35.
This is why you don't split the party, folks. Perfect
Can
lesson
I-
right here.
I'm gonna make a perception check at every door. from
Suzuka's
now on, I
40
swear
is
to God.
here. Can I like switch places with her?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, that's.
You could
Then
use
she's
an
gonna go
action
back.
to reposition Zuka if you wanted.
I sure will not do that.
Because a regular
Oh.
success would move them 5 feet to right there.
We're gonna do something else.
Okay, that's fair.
This is going quite badly.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay, that's fair.
I would like to request a friend.
What friend would you like to request today?
I need to take a quick look at the skeleton in the zombie shambler.
Skeleton Guard has 4 hit points.
It does
Shambler
have
has
4 hit
20.
We're gonna go with the zombie shambler.
The Skeleton Guard also has resistance 5 to cold, electricity, fire, piercing, and slashing.
I don't think
And a higher
that.
AC than the Zombie Shambler by 4.
Yeah, but it has 4 HP.
It does have 4 HP.
I'm gonna put a zombie shambler right
Right there?
there.
Alright. You don't want to put it right there? Actually, drags down no flanking. Begotten, never
Yeah.
mind.
I mean,
Did-
hold on. Eyeballs. Pick me up.
3
that took
actions
3
to
actions.
summon.
You son of a bitch.
Did Phil tell me this thing was undead? Before he went down?
I said fire might work.
Did say fire might work
I didn't say anything about undeath. I
Does
don't
it
actually
look
know if it's
undead? with my normal eyes.
I mean, its skin is rotting off in places.
It looks undead. Okay, I'm gonna punch it.
Okay. Zombie punch. I will also say,
Zombie-
I believe... I should check your guys'
Going to try to grab it.
Yeah. That is a hit. It is saying things at you guys
What?
in a language none of you understand.
Interesting.
You may make the grab attempt if you'd like.
Does it need a? It's just a mapless athletics.
Yep. That will succeed.
Let's
The
go,
creature is grabbed.
the boy.
And I believe that'll take us to Philip's turn.
Yep.
Philip,
Hi, I'm dying.
you are. Would you like to make a recovery roll for me?
Yep. What do I roll for that?
On your character sheet, right next to your dying button, you've got a little die button for a recovery check.
I do.
Just click that. That
Did
is
I
a
do good?
success. You will go to dying 0 and wounded 1, so you are just unconscious but not at risk of death.
Yay.
Then your turn ends. You're dying again.
Fuck.
You're not dying 2 because you're bleeding out.
Bitch.
Very
Very fun, right? We love persistent damage when you're unconscious.
You
It's kind
have
of terrifying.
10 fucking conditions right now.
I'm fucking stacked.
Drag, would you like to make a recovery check, please?
Ah.
It's somewhere.
top left of your character sheet, right next to your dying value. So here's the thing, Drag. That will kill you instantly.
What?
He's at dying 2 because he went down to a crit. But there is a lovely little rule called a heroic recovery. When you would either roll your recovery check or your dying value increase, say as a result of a failed recovery check, as long as you have a minimum of 1 hero point, you may spend all of your hero points to immediately wake up at 1 hit point. And not have your wounded condition increase.
We're going to dump all of those.
All right. So, instead of dying, you come back at 1 hit point. And I'm not giving you a hero point from that recovery check, because you would have gotten it before spending them all.
If you could see a spirit vomit that is happening.
And since that all happens at the start of your turn, Jag, you've got your turn.
Oh, good. I'm just going to reach out, grab this thing's ankle, and death.
Oh, good.
Lens.
Yeah, go ahead and make your
Original
attack roll.
plan. Just.
Oh my god!
And it is off guard right now because this shambler grappled it.
Oh, I'm prone.
You are prone.
You are. You could stand first if you'd like.
I'd like to stand first.
Do not
Let's
take
get
the
opportunity.
attack penalty.
As funny as it would be to just grab its ankle, I kind of need this thing to die.
If you're standing up, it's attack of opportunity in you.
Oh no!
Okay. I forgot that's how that works in the system. Maybe
an
not.
Action.
Grab the ankle.
You do not know it has an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Or not, so
that's fair.
I will leave it up to you right now. Would you like to get up or not?
I'll stay down just because I forgot that's how that works in the system.
Okay, yeah. You would be aware at the very least that standing is a move action and would trigger a reactive strike if the enemy has it.
Yep. Have some of this. That
is a crit.
Hey!
Die immediately.
Alright, that'll be a grand total of 10 damage to him, doubling on a crit, and will deal a d4 persistent bleed damage.
Is it undead? Because if it's undead, it's enfeebled.
It is not undead.
Oh.
But it will collapse to the ground, dead and bleeding.
Oh my god.
Dragon's going to lay down for a minute.
Someone light
Give
that
me a
thing on
moment here.
fire.
We're not out of initiative yet.
Doesn't it regen at the start of its turn?
Requiem is up. I think Requiem's going to go ahead and cast that 2-action heal on you, Philip.
Oh, it does state
Why
influence
doesn't Requiem cast a 3-action harm?
It does reduce them to just bones, doesn't it?
Yes.
It is
If it
not a
goes
death
down to
effect.
flints, it goes to bones.
Oh, it's skeleton.
Oh!
Okay. I will say then you all immediately notice it does rip the flesh and the muscle and tissue and the blood from this creature, leaving just a skeleton on the ground.
That's cool.
And you can see flesh beginning to grow back on top of the bone.
That's also cool, but terrifying.
Yeah, that's scary.
You know, that was 2 actions.
Oh yeah, you do have 1 action left if you'd like to do anything with it.
We're gonna do that.
Fair enough.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, you could get up.
But I'm not getting away from it.
Is Requiem gonna cast a 3-action harm?
She's just going to do a 2-action to bring you back up to full unless you guys want a 3-action.
It would also hit drag, wouldn't it?
It will.
It would hit the other thing too, though.
It's not undead.
It's not undead, it's living.
Oh, we know this now?
It took bleed.
Oh, it sure did.
It is bleeding.
Yeah, it's bleeding.
Yeah,
So
we can do a 3-action harm.
Yeah,
if you
go for it.
prefer.
yeah, let's do a 3-action
Yeah.
harm.
All right.
Yeah!
8. And Philip, you get to heal an additional 2 on top of that because of the Undeath's Blessing.
Nice.
I'm up to half health.
Let's go. Higher than half. And Drag, you get to put it as well. Very nice. Requiem will cast Shield on herself too.
She used the 3
Actually,
action.
no, she used 3 action. Deepity. Azrael, you're up.
You got a tinderbox?
Burn that thing, please.
I'm looking through my options. I don't have anything that makes fire.
Do you not buy the basic adventurers pack that gives you
I
torches?
sure didn't.
What a shame.
Because I don't need torches. I have dark vision.
You know what's in my backpack? A flint and steel and torch.
You know, I almost bought one just to have it, just in case I needed fire.
You should walk over to my body on the ground and pull something out of my sling.
I also have one.
So I will say, are the torches in your guys' backpacks?
I have a sling bag on, yeah.
Okay.
It's a backpack.
It's in my backpack.
If it's not on your belt, it takes 3 actions to remove something from a bag.
I thought it was...
Alright, well.
It's 1 action
2.
to pull it from a belt, 3 actions to grab it from a bag. Because essentially it'd be 1 to open the bag, and then 2 to retrieve the item from within. So, Azrael, from where you are, you could retrieve the flint and steel from Philip's backpack, if you wanted to.
You should do so.
Mm-hmm.
I will do so.
Okay.
Like, Philip, roll over.
Roll over.
You come to consciousness like being shoved over Philip. Azrael has your flint and steel and torch ready to
Taking
go
your
for
spleen.
you. And you're up, Philip.
That thing is still dead, right?
For now.
I'll grab the torch. How many actions is it to grab, light, and throw?
You know what? I would have actually said to Azrael, it would have only taken you 2 actions, 1 to open the bag, 1 to retrieve the items.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to take the backpack off.
Yeah, he doesn't have to take the backpack off. So if
Then
you
he
wanted
comes
to use
back.
your 3rd action to light the torch, you absolutely could have.
A 3rd action sustain.
This is true.
This
Oh,
zombie.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Anything doing with the zombie, or just having it stay there and hold it?
Just keep grabbing it.
Sounds good.
Eat the flesh that's regenerating.
Nom, 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 nom.
So, Philip, you could, if you wanted to, like, take the torch and flint and light it.
Yeah,
and
I'll...
throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we can do that in 3 actions if you're staying laying down doing it.
Sure.
And I will not require an attack roll or anything like that for that.
Thank fuck.
As you sort of like rolling over as better access to the backpack is given, you kind of grab the flint and steel and torch as it's taken out by Azrael, light it up with pretty practiced efficiency, and then just like toss it through the zombie's legs onto the corpse. And the flesh that was regrowing on the bones immediately vaporizes.
Yeah.
As the bones just burn in front of you.
I lay my head back on the ground and go.
And I feel like it's almost as per usual with sessions these days, we are going to end it here with a Philip sigh.
God.
Azrael, I know how Philip feels.
This is still one of my better Wednesdays.
I'm gonna take a nap right here.
I wasn't able to take a nap.
I think we both just took a manually enforced nap.
Yeah, a 6-second power nap, if you will.
You can mandated power nap.
The good old you blinked and you're on the ground.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you guys so much for showing up and playing tonight. Let this be a lesson in the consequences of splitting the party and not rolling perception checks in places, because I will hit you with the tombstone troll.
Yeah, but it was funnier this way.
It is
It was
funnier this way.
really funny.
That is
this way.
fair. You got me with that one.
I woke up, grabbed its fucking back ankle, and ripped the flesh from its body.
And then it got up again.
And then it started
Well,
I
getting
got
up
my
again.
fucking. I got
just
my
started
fucking leg grabbed and I screamed
just
and
a
then died.
It's just a skeleton lying limply in your zombie's arms, like arms back as its skin regrows onto its body.
All I'm saying, it's gonna be really funny when Requiem gets back here. I was like, what
Also,
the fuck
I want to
happened?
imagine you didn't even like throw it at the troll. You just threw it at the back of the zombie's head and lit them both up.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
The creature is specifically just above table, letting you all know, a grave troll, or more commonly known as a tombstone troll.
That sounds fun.
It
How
was
else
rude.
did Chris in a new house than with a
They are
bonfire?
essentially permanently starved, and like their teeth, hair, and fingernails constantly rot and fall out and then regenerate.
Oh, that's
That's
fucked
fun.
up.
But I
well,
hope you
it-
guys enjoyed. We'll see you next week.
All
This
right.
explains the hag-like appearance.